Hello everyone and welcome to another Clash Royale episode. So you probably noticed that I didn't make any video in the last few days, and the reason for it is because I broke up with my girlfriend after 4.5 years. So definitely not the best time for me, but as you guys know, you gotta continue with life, and part of my life is making videos on my YouTube channel and gaming, of course. So I'm gonna show you my new deck. You can see it right here. This is the one I'm using on my mini account, and I'm using a very similar deck on my main account. So some of you guys are probably not going to have all of those troops, and you can try replacing, you can try something else, but I'm gonna try making different videos with different decks. So each one of you is gonna find something that is gonna suit him, and he can try doing that and using that deck. Of course, in the beginning, when you're using a new deck, you're not used to it, you don't remember all of the things, you don't remember all of the situations. Some of you are probably not watching this video that carefully to notice all the small things. I'm gonna try telling all the small things about this deck. And as you can see, I'm in arena 6 right now, and you can see my log. And as you can see, I'm winning most of them. So on this one, I get defeated 2 times in a row, and it is definitely something that happens. Sometimes the enemy is playing much better than you, you're making some crucial mistakes. Sometimes the enemy is having a huge advantage on you, so losing is part of this game and you cannot win all of them. And in this one, won and lost, but usually, as you can see, I'm winning most of my battles with this deck, and I think that it's good overall. So let's start seeing some attacks, and I'm gonna try explaining all the details about this deck. So this is the first attack. There are basically two situations where you can start this attack. The first one is that you have the bomb tower in the beginning, and the second one is that you don't have the bomb tower in the beginning, and this is probably the more problematic one because this is your only way to defend against the hog with the freeze spell. And if you don't have it in the beginning, it makes things a bit more complicated, but that's fine. So if you have it in the beginning, you wait for the elixir to fill, and then you put it on one of the sides that you think is best. For example, if the enemy is sending troops before you, for example, barbarians from the left side, you want to put your tower on the left side, and it's going to help you. If you have the hog in the beginning, I'm just sending it without anything else. If the enemy doesn't have anything in the beginning to defend against the hog is going to do some damage. The second main thing about this attack is the PEKKA. You must use your PEKKA with the ice wizard and with the regular wizard right behind it. The reason for it is usually against minions like the enemy is using right now, but even if the enemy is using stuff like barbarians, goblins, skeletons, anything else, those wizards are going to be very effective. I'm also using the lightning spell here on the tower, and usually I'm bringing the lightning spell to use it against inferno towers and any other buildings that can get things very complicated for the P.E.K.K.A. if you're not using the lightning spell before. So again, the enemy is using barbarians. I'm putting the bomb tower. You must use the bomb tower as soon as you have it. As you can see, the enemy is using a hog rider, and this is a very effective way to stop. I have the hog rider as well, and I'm sending it from the left side, and it does a bit damage to the left tower. So one of the things that I've learned in this attack is that there are a couple of basic things that you must follow. First of all, you cannot just defend. You gotta show some aggressiveness in your attack, even if you have one of the towers, and all you gotta do is hold on one more minute and only defend. It's just not possible usually when you're only defending and only responding to your enemy without using any kind of attack on the enemy at the same time. The enemy can only focus on offense without any focus on defense. He's gonna send all of his troops from one side, and this way he will eventually get your tower. This is one thing that I've learned in this game, and I think that you've seen that as well. So as you can see, I keep attacking with the hog from the left side, not only because I'm thinking that the enemy is gonna get my tower back and I need to do some damage to the second tower as well, but also because this makes the enemy defend as well, and this way he cannot send all of his troops in one side, and this way it's gonna make his attack less effective than it could be if you would only defend. So I'm telling you, it's a tip that that I learned from this game. I was trying it myself, and like I tried defending, and it simply doesn't work. So this is the second attack. I'm sending the Hulk in the beginning. He's sending minions with a couple of goblins. All I had in this one is minions as well, so I had to use them. Usually I would use a wizard in this case, but it really depends on what you have in the beginning or during the attack, and you gotta deal with what you have. Some people are showing videos how to beat one troop, what you gotta use, but unfortunately this is something that is not really happening in your games. No one is sending only one troop, and if you know how to protect against one troop, then you're gonna win the game. It simply doesn't work. I mean, it's very nice knowing what you can use to attack other troops, but if you know that already, you gotta also know how to defend against a combination of troops that is used against you. So on this one, notice that again, I'm going with the P.E.K.K.A and with the Ice Wizard. I don't know what happened to my wizard. I didn't really notice, and on this one, I'm kind of on a bad situation. I'm using the lightning spell to get rid of the witch, and the P.E.K.K.A dies as well. My Ice Wizard is about to die. It's gonna do a bit damage to the tower, but definitely not enough. So my tower is almost down. Usually you want to wait for the dragon to already lock on your tower and then send the minions, because dragon can kill your minions. But on this one, the tower is almost down and I want to delay it a bit more. I know that the enemy got a poison spell and eventually he's going to use that on my tower, but you want to delay that as much as possible. And in many times, if the enemy doesn't have something like a poison, fireball, arrows, or something that can get your tower without any control from your side, you can definitely win with a couple of points on the tower. I think that it happened to all of us. It happened to me as well. So on this one, I gave up on the right tower and I'm starting my attack on the left. I know that I can use some barbarians to get rid of that giant, and I'm doing my regular attack from the left side. So the enemy is so focused on the left side that he doesn't notice that four of my barbarians are going on the right side. I mean, he did notice, he dropped those goblins, but those were totally useless. And now I send the Hulks and my wizard. The P.E.K.K.A already died, so I'm sending the minions. And meanwhile, I don't know how that happened, but somehow I got his right tower. Was a bit lucky over here, but as you can see, the enemy got some advantage on me. First of all, he's a level 7 and he got pretty high level troops as well. So I'm using my lightning spell to do a bit more damage to the tower, and now right now I'm in a much better situation. So I'm sending the Hulk. That dragon is gonna die. He's using the minions, and now I'm gonna have to use my minions as well, otherwise he's gonna get my tower. So he got a 1 level advantage on the minions, but since it's on my side, I am able to get rid of his minions. So my advantage on this specific attack is that I have the lightning and I'm eagerly waiting for using that lightning. If that could be possible, I would use it 2 times, but time is running out and there's no way that I'm gonna be able to do that. So I'm sending the Hog. This is definitely one of the fast weapons in the game. He's using the freeze spell and the poison spell, but it doesn't kill the Hog, and the Hog gets the one shot and gets me the 3 stars or 3 crowns or whatever it's called. It's a bit different than Clash of Clans. So this is the last one that we're going to see, and on this one you can definitely see the situations where you don't have the bomb tower in the beginning. The enemy is sending the Hulk, freezing you. I dropped a P.E.K.K.A. I think that this was a mistake, and right now I'm sending the Hulk. So even if you're making a mistake in the beginning, you can definitely recover with this deck. In the last minute, this deck becomes crazy. And on this one, this was a huge mistake in the beginning because I didn't have both wizards, and this way my P.E.K.K.A doesn't really get to the enemy tower, and I'm gonna start from the beginning. So patience is definitely part of the game, and if you're not patient, if you're just attacking, if you're not looking at defense at all, if you're not looking at your elixir, and if you're not being effective on elixir, if you're using more elixir on defense than what your enemy is using on offense, you're gonna lose. On this case, I'm using the bomb tower and the ice wizard, which doesn't cost a lot of elixir, and this way I'm getting rid of of that prince, and I made a huge mistake. I mean, I dropped those minions, and in the same time he dropped the wizard, so this was a huge mistake, and I'm not sure I could avoid it. And now, right now, I'm making another mistake and dropping the barbarians on the wizard and not on the hog. So many mistakes in one game, and I don't know how I managed winning it anyway. So again, I got the hog, I'm sending it, and I'm gonna do a bit damage. I think that at some point he got two of my towers, and seriously, I don't know how I won it, but you should not do such kind of mistakes, and this is the reason why I'm showing you. Usually you're gonna lose if you're making so many mistakes like I did on this one, but on this one I managed recovering, and this is the reason that I like this deck. You can recover in the last minute because that P.E.K.K.A and the wizards are crucial. There's pretty much almost nothing that can stop them effectively unless the enemy is going to use a lot of buildings. So again, he's using the Hulk Freeze strategy on me. There's a wizard over there, and I'm going to lose the second tower as well. So I don't have any chance winning without getting a 3-star on this one. There are 30 seconds left for this attack, and I'm sending pretty much everything from the left side. The P.E.K.K.A, the wizard, and the Hulk as well. And I'm getting the tower, and I gotta go for the 3-star. There's nothing else I can do. I cannot get the right tower as well. I just gotta go for the 3-star. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose. And I'm sending pretty much everything I can. He's trying desperately to freeze that. He missed with a freeze spell on one barbarian, and this way I'm getting this battle. So hopefully you like this video. If you're new on the channel, I would love if you subscribe. I'm gonna show more decks. I did make more videos with different decks as well. They're also good, so make sure you check them out. So that's it. We'll see each other in the next video. Bye bye.